Welcome back to our review of the Uncanny X-Men Video 2, Uncommons. So we are the Alpha Strike. We're here to review these figures, and we're just going to get right to it and turn out these reviews for you so you can get in there and start using these figures to the best of your advantage. So we're going to start off. We've got John Greycrow rocking at 60 points, so we're seeing some different point values from our earlier common figures. He leads out with running shot, 11 attack, 3 damage with leadership and willpower. He's got our wonderful Mutant Massacre party trait. And then he's got this trait that making weapons to hunt. You can give him a power action and equip a standard object in an adjacent square or square he occupies. If it's a light object, the effect he can use is precision strike. If it is a standard heavy object, the effect is penetrating psychic blast. So you kind of got pick a power there, place your objects, give them what you need for that game. Could come in really handy. Picks up energy shield deflection later, range combat expert, sidestep on his second click. I mean, overall, this guy is your range piece. He's got the move and attack, he's got sidestep 7 range, and got the pick power, so he could be quite deadly.
Yep, you want to make sure you have both objects on the field, so because he can change it mid-game. So let's say you pen sight first, and then say, oh, he has super senses, or something like can't get through, just pick Precision Strike, because he might have, Mastermind, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well, and keep in mind, that is a power action, so he's got to take a minute to, jury-rig that out of pretty much nothing.
Gotta readjust. Alright, I have Vanisher. Alright, this guy is our, taxi of the set, one of them, at least.
One of the many.
For our uncommon, he is a Brotherhood of Mutants, Marauders, and X-Force, so he's rocking the X-Force outfit. Love that.
Love my X-Force.
His movement power is just 12 speed into the Dark Force. He can use Fading Teleport, Stealth, and the carry ability to carry up to 3 characters. Doesn't ignore symbols, so you can't carry flyers, but still.
But it's also not reliant on keywords, so
exactly.
Good way to move.
Just move your whole team, no matter what you're playing. This is a great taxi for only 40 points. Oh, and he's Brotherhood of Mutants team ability, so it won't count against your action pool. So if you need him carrying half your force, and they're having to do other things. Good options there with that guy.
Alright, on to Warpath. I was excited to see them release another version of him. Of course, disappointed he was not in his X-Force outfit, but that makes sense of where they've kind of carded him in the storyline. Again, 60 points, X-Men and Brotherhood. Now, I was really hoping to see that Avengers Unity, because he's got both symbols, but he does not have it. Charge, 8 movement, 10 attack, 17 defense, toughness, 3 damage exploit on top down. You're all around good, just kicking the door, close combat person, somebody you might want to drop off on a taxi or a TK into battle. And he has a trait that says, make Xavier pay, most likely for his dead brother, Thunderbird. Opposing characters using the X-Men ability decrease the result of the roll by 1, so most often you're going to be taking that damage from your X-Men heals while Warpath is on the board. It picks up in power later on, defend, and precision strike, throwing them vibranium knives. So I'm looking forward to playing him for 60 points.
Vibranium is everywhere. All right.
I know. Wakanda letting it slip out the back door there.
Next up, we got... Oh, look, is this another Wolverine? What?
Again, everybody's favorites.
This one's got 2 traits. I love these traits. So, first one is, you take your best shot, now it's my turn.
To the glass.
When he takes damage, place the number of heal markers on his card equal to half the damage taken. Let's see here. Give Wolverine a free action to remove 1 to heal 1. Click. So he can just keep healing.
You shoot me, and my next turn I'm just going to remove 1 and get it back.
Yep. He has 17 toughness, so he's absorbing some of that damage at the very least and getting some back. And then he has another trait that says, better chumps than you have tried to kill me, bub. When Wolverine would be KO'd by an opponent's attack, you may remove 3 heal tokens. If you do, turn to click 7 instead. And on that click, he's got a 7 speed charge, 12 attack with his best there is attack. I'll get that in a second. 16 willpower and 3 battle fury. So that's a pretty nasty little click where he can still keep healing if you had more than 3.
Move to that Berserker Barrage.
Yes.
Almost killed him.
Almost got him. His special attack power is called Best There Is. He can use Blaze Claw's Fangs. When he does, the minimum d6 roll is his printed damage.
Oh, finally! I don't have to choose between a 3 and Blades.
And if he hits a 6, you put a heal token on his card.
Coming back.
He's coming back. He can keep going, and he has that power for, I believe, 4 clicks of his dial out of his 6 clicks.
It's pretty nice. Now, quick question. When he gets those healing tokens for half damage, do you round up in your favor, or do you round down?
I believe you should always round up.
So, half rounded up. So, if you hit me for 3, I'm getting 2 tokens?
Yes.
Wow.
You want to hit this guy in evens. Odds are not good.
Kind of a different take on Invincible. You gotta start thinking about how hard you're hitting him.
Exactly.
And how many points is he?
115, so a lot more than the other one for sure, but he has a lot more stuff going on for him.
Right.
By the way, his keywords are Alpha Flight, Martial Artist, Soldier, Weapon X, and X-Men. So he fits in all those things there.
No X-Force.
I wish he
so
had
sad.
the X-Force one. Yeah, me too, but...
A little later in his career.
Yep.
So on to Cyclops, 1 of 3, in fact. This one is uncommon. I guess we could call this the classic Cyclops as opposed to the all-new X-Men Cyclops. 50 points. X-Men team ability starts with Sidestep, Willpower, liking that Willpower, and Range Combat Expert with 2. Traded Field Leader of the X-Men, he can use Leadership. When he doesn't succeed, he can use Probability Control to your next turn. So that is a free action at the beginning of your turn. Roll it. You might need that prob for something. And then, of course, we're back to the all-new, all-different X-Men, getting those bonuses for the heals. And he picks up Running Shot later with Psychic Blast later. So he kind of changes through all the different beam options. That for 50 points and 7 range, I think this guy is going to be a beast all around. I mean, you could TK him in place, shoot people at distance, bust some stealth with some Outwit, get some good shots in there for 7 range.
Right. All right. Next up, we have Kitty Pryde. This is the uncommon 45.1. Just the generic all-new X-Men keywords, so just helping out both teams, past and current, which is really nice. She has the Phase Nick of Time, optional trait, plus 5 points to phase into her prime version. Her only physical power she has is the leadership ability, where if she does it and succeeds, she may, instead of removing a token normally, take one off any character with the all-new X-Men keyword, regardless of point value. So she's just a tiny leadership that can actually take them off all-new X-Men keywords.
Lots of reason to run those all-new X-Men.
Yeah, there's a lot of new characters with that keyword, so I think we have to try that out and see how that goes.
All right, up next we have the Prime Kitty Pryde. And, for 65 points, a little higher costed than this Kitty Pryde overall. But 9 movement. The movement power she has, she can move through characters with phasing teleport, and after actions resolved, she can make a close combat attack, just one, targeting all those characters. And then if she succeeds with the attack, you give them an action token. If you can't give them the action token, you deal them damage. If I remember correctly, it's penetrating damage. So, yes. And then she's rocking an 18 defense with super senses and exploit. Runs down to that stop click with, we're back to 18 with willpower, and exploit with 1. Keeps that movement power through her whole dial. So definitely worth it. Got the X-Men team ability. I played her at an event. She was amazing.
What's really cool about her is she also has the Guardians of the Galaxy keyword.
Guardians of the Galaxy keyword. Wow.
Yes.
Make her powers unoutwittable with an ATA and a good theme team.
Right? Lots of Guardian output there. I mean, we are losing a lot of our Guardians in the set, but we got the OP event recently. I think we put it with them just fine. Hopefully we'll see them in the future when Guardians 2 comes out.
So, we're going to go a little out of order here because I forgot that I didn't have the Kitty Pryde card sitting out for us to review for the Prime. So I'm just going to go next. We've got all new X-Men Cyclops. So, traded Force Blast. Starts with Running Shot, 8 movement, 11 attack with 7 damage, 17 defense with toughness, and 3 damage with enhancement. 100 points. I think this is going to be one of the best Cyclopses we see in this set. Time locked. Love that time lock. You cannot prob me when I shoot you or attack you. Sweeping Blast starts with this power. You can give him power action. Choose both horizontal and vertical lines of fire. Make a ranged attack using ignoring character bases to all opposing characters within 5 squares in line of fire that occupy squares in or between the chosen lines. Hit characters are dealt 1 penetrating damage instead of normal damage. I get the feeling that that's going to come out. There's going to be a lot of questions about that. People are going to want to know exactly how that works. Hopefully we'll be able to review that in a little more detail later, but for right now we're trying to keep time down on that. So all I can say is it sounds amazing.
Alright, moving right along then. We got Jean Grey. This is our time-locked Jean Grey with the all-new X-Men Past and Phoenix Force keywords.
Phoenix Force, bringing that back.
Phoenix Force, that's interesting thoughts.
Didn't we just retire all of them?
Yeah, we did. But that's okay. So she's basically, sidestep TK, which you always want. It's a great combination to have with super senses, 17 defense, and 6 range. She has this power called Psychokinetic Merge. She can use Perplex. When she does, she will target a character with the all-new X-Men keyword regardless of range and line of fire. So harkening back to all those all-new X-Men we have in the set, try those out, see if that's really good. I mean, her with the Emma Frost could be amazing together because you get all the values plus the one anywhere on the map. That could just be really good. She is 100 points, a little high, but she does end up with a late dial, Psychic Blast, 6 range, and Mind Control. And is that Pulse Wave? What's Shape Change? So,
wow. For being able to perplex you anywhere on the map, on my friendly characters I share a keyword with, I pay 100 points, especially when she drops down into a good solid attack when you try and get rid of that. So, definitely could be worth it for those 100 points. On to the Chief Magistrate. Now, I originally thought this guy, I looked at him and was like, whatever. Another pseudo-generic Tam Anderson versus Various. 40 points. I was surprised. Really low point cost. Police team ability. Good for backing up your Cyclopses. Phase teleport, so you can move them where you need them. Psychic Blast with 5 range. So you've got a good, secondary attacker there. Toughness with close combat expert. So if I need to base somebody and punch him in the face really hard, I can. So he's close, range. I played this guy for 40 points. I found him to be extraordinarily helpful as just an overall utility knife or Swiss Army knife. And then late dial, he gets, I'm holding a black hole grenade.
This is the coolest part.
Chief Magistrate can use Pulse Wave. When he does, after action is resolved, give each hit character an action token, and then place the hit characters adjacent until all adjacent squares are occupied. So I'm going to Pulse Wave you, and I'm going to pull you all into the same place, and hopefully I've got somebody with Energy Explosion, which is going to kill me, but it's going to kill all of you, too. So could definitely be worth it as a death screen for 40 points.
Not too shabby. Alright, next up, we have these wonderful little buggers. The Brood!
Buggers indeed.
Look at these guys. They're just a cool little model. So, I love them because they have 2.0s, 50 and 30. They're just kind of your generic mob pickup pieces. The Brood at 50 point, though, you get the adult version, which gives him charge and flight symbol. So he can carry your team and he can charge in, move over terrain, whatever. I think in a constructed format, you want to try and get at least 2 or 3 of these and a queen or 2 and just make lots of them. That's the most we can have. She has Brood, Monster, and Warrior keywords, so there's a lot of monsters out there that can sync really well with these. I do recall someone who has the monster keyword and can mind control monsters.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, Black Talon. He does that.
Recently retired. Soon to be retired.
Soon to be retired. But you can try them out, Mind control all your own Brood and have them go.
Where's freaking aliens when I need it? Need a grenade launcher flamethrower with a robot with the giant pinchers to hold everything back on that.
And then their other
Sigourney, save me, please.
Sigourney, save me. And then their attack power is the Paralytic Poison Stinger. They get Blade's Claws, which is great for 50 points with charge if you're on top dial. And if the result was a 4 through 6, after resolve, you give the character a token. So there's that. Just more tie-up. Make your guys have to recharge.
Slowing you down, lack of indom. Looks like we're playing more of a technical game now about tying you up and making you think about where your next move is going to be. Moving back to that chest with superheroes.
Yep.
On to Caliban. Keywords Morlock and X Factor. A lot of good X Factors just retired, soon to be retired from Wolverine the X-Men. Gonna miss all of them. And Morlocks, running them with other Morlocks and Storm.
Storm.
That's probably about it. Kind of underused keywords there. Ignores hindering train for movement purposes. Improved movement. Traded, he can use phasing teleport and the carry ability. When he begins his movement in hindering train, increases speed value by +3. So he's starting with a 6. He could go up to a 9, but when you're carrying somebody, that drops you back down to a 7. So, I mean, he really could get around and do some stuff. And then just for positioning, you put him in that hindering train, moving him 9 squares at a time. Adjacent friendly characters can use ignore hindering for line of fire purposes to target characters within 6 squares of Caliban. So, stealth busting.
Stealth busting.
I'm hiding in stealth for 40 points. Stealth busting for you, taxiing you around. Could definitely be helpful in a good range team.
Alright, next up we have the man himself, Magneto. This guy is amazing.
Bro.
Amazing for 50 points. I mean, he's got Brotherhood of Mutants and Detective keywords. Hey,
Detective.
he can go with Batman.
Magneto and Batman. What will the world ever do?
And Batman would totally wear plates and just have Magneto float him around. Alright, so he does.
Somebody
first.
needs to play that.
So what he can do 50 points, pretty awesome. Sidestep TK, everyone loves Sidestep TK. It just gives you maneuverability, find that awesome triangle of sight, and just get them where they need to go. 6 range, not bad for attacker, 10 attack, 3 damage, and 17 defense with, I think, toughness and willpower. Yep, toughness and willpower. No, ESD and willpower, my bad. So that's
No
actually
toughness.
19 defense base, and then if you're hindering, 20.
Wow.
That's a big defense. And willpower on a 50-point X-Men with Brotherhood of Mutants. But he has the team ability too, so he moves for free as well.
You sure he's X-Men?
He's not X-Men.
Yeah. I was gonna say.
Brotherhood. Late dial, he gets Pensai. Not Pensai. Oh, man.
Pulse Wave.
Pulse Wave, thank you. And so he also gets that free action on his trait. Once per game, get Flight and Running Shot. So he can get a Death Scream on his Pulse Wave clicks. Not too shabby with 50 points. Probably my
Just
favorite.
one good go, and I'm spent.
He's spent.
All right, one of my favorites, as we've all seen, Juggernaut, the uncommon version, ranking at 150 points with Brotherhood of Mutants team ability. Really kind of a blah dial. Sidestep, 11 attack, 18 defense, 4 damage. If I remember correct, no super strength. Not picking up the objects.
No.
But traded, out of the way. Give Juggernaut a power action to move in a direct path using ignore hindering, breakthrough blocking, and ignore character bases. After action is resolved, make a close attack, targeting all characters he moved through. Hit characters are dealt 3 damage instead of the normal damage, and placed into a square that Juggernaut did not move through, adjacent to their current square. So I'm parting the Red Sea of enemies with this Juggernaut and dealing them all 3 damage while I do so. For 11 attack, that's, oh man. And then sidestep so I can line up that shot before I go bowling with my unstoppable ball of joy.
Ball of joy.
The helmet protects me. Again, another trait. Begins the game with his helmet attached. As long as it's attached, he can use willpower. Can't be targeted by mind control, outwit, or penetrating psychic blast. Definitely a good defense there. Xavier cannot outwit him. And when the helmet is attached and Juggernaut is hit by a close attack, not range, just close, the attack deals no damage, so that's no damage, close attack, and Juggernaut and the attacking character each roll a d6, adding their printed damage value to their respective rolls. If your result is lower, you remove the helmet. It's gone, not coming back. But you didn't take any damage for it either, so could be a trade-off there. As long as he's wearing that helmet, he doesn't take any damage from close combat attacks. So, base away, buddy. Base away.
Find ways to get him up there. Or line up that shot and go. Alright, last for my side here, I got Sabretooth. This is the Mutant Massacre one. Animal Marauders Weapon X. This Sabretooth is nuts for 75 points. So, on top of having Mutant Massacre, he has this really cool attack ability called the Massacres Are My Specialty. He can use Blades Claw's Fangs, and you give him a close action to make any number of close attacks. each targeting a different opposing character that's adjacent, and he gets to attack them all with Blade's Claws. So imagine getting him into a group of like 3 or 4 guys, just bam, 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 and over you, bam, just goes.
Just rocking that Blades all day. I could just see 6, 6, 5, 6 just wrecking a team for just TKing him out there, putting in the middle of everybody, or dropping off with, I don't know, Caliban.
Right? Just make him sure he sees through everything, moves through everything. He has Battle Fury, so he obviously
shape change for you.
And he can't be carried, so there's that too.
Okay, so can't carry him with Caliban.
No, gotta TK him out there. You can do that.
Can do that.
He is pretty deep dial. He has 6 clicks for 75 points. Regen on the last one. Blades the entire dial. He's just clawing you up.
That is one angry kitty.
I think he's really, really great. I'd play him on a Marauder's team any old day.
So you may have got Sabretooth, but I got the Super Saber.
Super Saber. Tell us about that.
So Freedom Force. We went over this in the commons video with what was it? Stonewall.
Stonewall.
When he's given a movement action, after action resolved, he can use Force Blast as a free action. Now, everyone, remember, hypersonic speed is not a movement action, so you can't hyper and then Force Blast for free afterward. He's just got to move, regular movement, and then he can push somebody. His movement power, he can use Force Blast and hypersonic speed. So that means when I punch you with my hypersonic speed, if you don't have anything that prevents knockback, you're going back a couple squares if I want you to. And then combat reflex is energy shield deflection. So he goes from being a hypersonic move around figure to just a regular hypersonic precision strike close combat figure. So you're still running around a lot, but you're going from shooting me at range to hitting me up close. And then you've got the Brotherhood team ability. So when he does that movement action, it doesn't count toward your actions for the turn, and then you could free Force Blast somebody into the wall for some free damage, maybe some positioning, throw him into Sabretooth, so Sabretooth can shred him up, just messing up the world here. So,
yep, it's always fun to get around your opponent this side and pushing them this way towards your team.
Well, that concludes our uncommon review of the Uncanny X-Men. Hope you've enjoyed it. Remember, like, comment, subscribe. We'd love to hear back from you guys. Any suggestions you have, just leave them in the comments. We read them every day. We pine over them. They are precious, precious comments. So until next time, remember, strike first
and strike hard.